Good day everyone, and welcome to this small guide on how to play as the Kingdom of Erebor and the Iron Hills while playing on TATW Divide and Conquer. At the beginning you guys start off with two settlements, obviously Erebor, your capital, with the King of the Mountain, and in the east you get a name I'm not going to even try to pronounce. It's pretty much the Iron Hills, and you got Lord Thorin on that, which is Lord Thorin Stonehelm, and not Lord Thorin Oakenshield, like some of you might think, but just to correct that, that's a minor thingy to know, so to speak. So pretty much that is that. You start only with two settlements, which does give you not a lot of options at the beginning. Your economy is not going to be that big, and you can pretty much see that here, but we talk about economy later on. You're gonna have to. I gotta admit though that the Dwarves of Erebor and the Iron Hills is probably most of the I'm not even saying that right. This is the easiest faction to play as in the entire game, and you have to take that into consideration. And for some of them, for you, this might not even be a challenge worthy, and it might even not even be fun to play as them. But nonetheless, in my opinion, it's always the fun to play as the dwarves, especially with the new units. Divide and Conquer gives them, and the new, well, I guess it's textures is the right term to use here. Either way, I will always suggest to play this one, especially on very hard, and not even hard or even lower. That's just a no-go. You'll have to want to play this on very hard to at least maybe get some challenge out of it. But either way, let's get to the point, and we will start off with the economy. Erebor has quite an income when it comes to taxation as well, but in the end it's going to be trade, and the mines are going to be a massive source of income. But there are no mines yet. You will start off with that instantly, just starting off with building mines in both provinces, also in the Iron Hills. And it's going to be really important when you look at them. The stats is going to be at 500 denarii. I don't know what the term is. Coins. I don't know. I don't really care either at this point. But yeah, start off with mines, and when you're done with those buildings, upgrade them as soon as you can in order to really gain a lot of profit out of it and get a lot of money for your armies, because you will need them. You're gonna need a lot of more units than you have right now, which is not a lot. Coming to that, you will obviously also at some point need to make, in various new settlements, you will need to make, what are they called, large pig farms. This will really help improving your population, and at some, as the dwarves don't really have a massive population, so to speak. In total you got like 4,000 at this point even. Is you need pretty much in every settlement or village you will take, you'll need to get a bigger population in order to get more taxation, and you will get yeah, more people into them pretty much. So that's that. Roads are also quite easily, and another really important faction or factor in the making of buildings is the blacksmiths, or here they're called ironmongers. They will give a little boost on your economy, but it's really nothing. You're not gonna notice anything of it. But it's the most important part of these buildings, are the upgrades. Is the iron chainmail is the first one, but later on you got so many types, and the latest one you really want to have, in which case they will upgrade your normal dwarven warriors in real armored badass dwarven warriors, and that's the one you want to see, pretty much based off the Hobbit trilogy, and those are the ones you want to play as they're not, it's not even that they look so cool, but it's also the fact that they are really good, and they're gonna be like your main force to play around with, and to actually defeat enemies after enemies without too much trouble. Now coming to that, we're actually going to take a look at your armies. We got in Erebor itself, we got King Dane, King on the Mountain, who is a really good general, and who has a Son of the Fallen, which is a really good bodyguard unit. One of the three, which is also a lot, so these guys are gonna definitely be needed in order to advance and take lands in the west from the Misty Mountains. Furthermore, you got two miners, which are really not that good, but you're gonna need them for garrisoning the new settlements you will take either way, so they might as well come in handy. And you got Dwarven warriors, which are your pretty much your main infantry, which you will need obviously. And furthermore, you got Gimli and Gloin, son and father, which both also have Sons of the Fallen bodyguard, which you will use as well as in the first battles, because they're just really important, just like Dane. In the east, you don't really have a lot of troops. You got one Dwarven warrior unit, and you got Lord Thorin. Lord Thorin, however, has not a Sons of the Fallen bodyguard. It does have a Iron Guard. That's the right term, I believe, and who are really good as well. Shouldn't have to worry yourself about that. Furthermore, you will need obviously more troops in order to win, so you might as well start off with building troops and get more troops on along the way. But however, you can't see this right now, but you only start off with like an income of like 200 or something, which is not enough to at least upkeep one more unit. So you have to move fast in order to get your economy and get a positive amount of money instead of a negative one. So yeah, about that, we're gonna skip on to strategies instantly. The first thing you want to do is you want to march everyone out except, like I said, one mine unit, because they are for garrisoning. You will move them all out to the west. There is like a settlement here, Warm Tongue, I believe, just behind these woods. You will have to take that first, and after that there's another province around here, and then you have Dane's Halls over here, which is an important settlement for you to take, because it also gives you a good income boost, which you will need. Furthermore, just to add, the dwarven factions are all relying on mines, so the more mines you build, the better your economy is going to get, and the easier it's going to get for you, as you can make more and better units every time with a bigger upkeep. So yeah, you also have the option to go east. However, I'm not advising that, because the east, it doesn't really get you that much money. These settlements don't really have the ability to make mines, and there's going to be a lot of fighting against Rune, which you at this point don't want. So you might as well just let Dale, Dillman, yeah, that's the right word, I guess, deal with them for the time being, and at some point you can obviously attack them, but why would you be in a hurry and just go to the west, and which is what we're gonna do in this case, and move through the Misty Mountains and take all the settlements in the long term from the Misty Mountain orcs. Those are going to be your main points of income as well, so that's what I've done always. You can obviously do whatever you want, you can go whatever way you want to go, but I always prefer to stay around the hills of the Misty Mountains and take settlement by settlement, and but along the way you will get a lot of more troops and a lot better, a massive improvement in your economy. But either way, apart from that, the battles on its own, it's not really too much about tactics. Obviously you're going to use the old school flanking maneuvers to outflank your enemy whenever you can and attack them from the rear in order for them to retreat as soon as possible. But with the dwarf, considering you don't really have a lot of cav, you can get mercenary Dill cavalry, but that's pretty much only in this region around Erebor and the Iron Hills. But for the rest, you're going to rely on infantry and whatever units you can get, for example crossbows, extras, maybe catapults or ballistas. They're pretty much gonna be your main focus, and so it's gonna all rely on outflanking or just full frontal attacks, where the best units prevail, which in this case would be the generals of Gloin, Gimli and King Dane's bodyguard. So that's pretty much that. It's not too much to say. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the dwarves. This is all just for the first for a few turns, I'm sorry, in order to get you going, but there's not too much else to pay attention to, as it will all be quite obvious for you, and you won't really have a hard time with this faction. Now obviously there was my own way of doing some things. I'm sure a lot of things can be done better and on another way. If you do think it can be better or on another better way perhaps, then please do tell me in the comment section, and I will take a look at it and probably even use it in one of my own playthroughs. I'm not obviously gonna record that, but yeah, while playing on my own single player I will do that and try to improve along the way. Either way, I hope for those who didn't know some of these things, or just thought this was helpful, I at least hope it was indeed helpful and got you along the way while playing as the Dwarves, which is just an amazing faction, but just a shame there's not too much difficulty for it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna probably upload in a couple of days another guide with another faction on how to get started. Thank you guys for watching, have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.